You have 1 minute remaining in your setup period. You may now begin your presentation.
Representing the Graceland University Students and Free Enterprise Team, and we'd like very much to share our story with you. We are part of a very small liberal arts school located in the heart of the United States of America that started its 1989 SIFE team with 4 people and 2 projects, but has continually improved each and every year to the point that we now have a direct measurable impact on thousands of people. This year, we established partnerships with some of the world's most recognized organizations and worked on multi-million-dollar projects. My name is Casey Johnson, and I'm a junior from Clive, Iowa, majoring in cinema studies and communications. Thank you for taking time out of your busy schedules to be here with us.
The most important piece of our story is the idea that every project creates a transforming ripple of light that extends outward to impact even more people than we originally intend. So, while we are able to see the immediate, measurable results of our work, our hope is that our projects, when combined with those of other great SIFE teams, are truly changing the world. My name is Curtis Calloway, and I'm a senior business administration major from St. Joseph, Missouri. Although it seems that the phrase entrepreneurial liberal arts college is an oxymoron, Graceland University proves to be the exception. The words in our Graceland mission, transformational service and leadership, creating communities, and betterment of the world, illustrate why it has been easy to merge the SIFE and Graceland missions into a focused idea. This has led to a very successful student organization representing almost 10% of the student body.
During the 2005-2006 school year, the students in our team represent 21 majors from 10 countries and 15 states. We exclude no one from joining our team, although we have rigorous performance requirements for those who wish to continue after their first semester. In many cases, students who are not academically motivated find a new passion to discover and participate in the entrepreneurial spirit. This results in our team having an average GPA of 3.409 for an incredible 86 team members. My name is Shannon Grable from Coppell, Texas, and I'm a sophomore majoring in International Business and Accounting.
I am Guillermo Sanchez, Psychology and Modern Foreign Languages Senior from Caracas, Venezuela. The Graceland SIFE team is more than academically motivated. Our members are involved in 14 athletic teams, 27 student clubs, 2 choirs, a mentoring program, as well as holding leadership positions in student government and residence life. We have all-American athletes, recorded singers and instrumental performers, and artists with successful gallery shows. This is our video editor, Alan Hughes, a junior cinema studies and modern foreign languages major from Toronto, Canada.
Graceland University is located in a rural farming community, which has a population smaller than the residence halls of many large universities. This area has long been economically challenged, and currently our county is ranked last by income per capita out of the 99 counties in the state of Iowa. Yet that is changing, as the efforts of innovative individuals over the past 10 years have resulted in new medical clinics, a library, a large daycare center, miles of beautiful paved walking trail, and a new middle and high school. My name is Tara Paialii, a sophomore business administration major from Independence, Missouri.
Since Graceland SIFE's inception, we have worked with entrepreneurs to help initiate, build, and improve more than 20 local businesses. These range from getting financing for a local man wanting to start a landscaping business to ownership of what will be one of the largest biodiesel plants in the United States. The GU SIFE brand is now so strong that we have prospective and current entrepreneurs from around the world approaching us when starting or expanding a business.
During the past year, our SIFE team has been involved in 28 separate new and recurring projects. We dedicated over 5,000 hours of work to these enterprises. There are numerous reasons for our success, but 3 really stand out. First, our current team stands on the shoulders of 17 teams that came before us in 30 organizations which we partnered with this year. Second, we are supported by an outstanding business advisory board that supplies invaluable time, expertise, and significant financial support. And third, our team is so creative and energetic that we have the ability to innovate every project, every year, as well as develop new ventures.
We have organized our oral presentation into 6 general categories that mirror the major 5 judging criteria. All of our projects intentionally fit multiple criteria and are measured with video, spreadsheet analysis of testimonials, and have real audited impacts in our target audiences. Unfortunately, we only have time to focus on one exciting example from each category, but hope that you read the descriptions of our other projects in the annual report.
How has our team fulfilled Criteria 1 of helping others understand how a market-based economic system operates? This year, we made a strong effort to build upon past successes and develop new ways to reach out to people around the globe. As a result, our team has conducted 11 projects that fit within this category. These include amazing endeavors, like going into classrooms with 11 and 12-year-old students 3 days a week for 2 months to teach market principles, and then accompanying those students to our state capital for the popular Exchange City program. Another includes building our own online and over-the-air radio station called The Buzz that has weekly radio shows on such topics as investing strategies, writing business plans, and the rewards and challenges of starting a small business. This project alone has listeners in over 55 countries.
Invariably, we find that the more we teach others, the greater our understanding becomes. And our project called Where in the World is a perfect example. Our team created this game in 2004 and rolled it out in our local middle school with tremendous success. This year, our education team leader, Brittany Atwood, had bigger dreams. Can you believe she wanted to directly teach 1,000 students? Knowing that this educational game teaches children many of the concepts of a global economy, including currency exchange, import and export scenarios, international trade, and cultural uniqueness, she and her team reached over 880 students with this activity alone. This is impressive when you consider that we have an average of only 25 students at each age group.
Where in the World takes the students on an adventure around the world to capture a villain that has stolen the New York Stock Exchange. The students start in the United States and are given clues to travel to different countries to try to capture the villain. The clues include economic and cultural facts about the country. When students arrive in a new country, they exchange currencies, converse with a merchant about that country, purchase a sample of ethnic food, and buy their next clue.
We decided that sending these clues to these students and these teachers throughout the world would be with over 800. We've gone to.
It's okay. To date, we've played this game with over 800 students in Iowa.
So in Iowa, Missouri, Mississippi, and Costa Rica. But did we make a measurable impact? Our pre- and post-test results show that the average participant's knowledge about the global economy improved by over 50%.
I can't believe what an amazing experience my kids had today. Those games you taught them on the country's economics as well as their culture was so fun. My kids honestly didn't even know what they were learning. My sometimes really opened their eyes to a whole new world outside of the moment.
Judging criteria number 2 asks how well we helped others acquire the education and skills training needed to succeed in a dynamic and competitive global economy. Consider our work to help develop a business plan with Ann Shoddy, an incredible individual who is working with our state governor, senators, and members of Congress to establish a multi-million-dollar citizen diplomacy center that will become a national focus of international exchange programs, sister cities, and business cooperation. This project has already received $25,000 in seed money and does double duty. We are educating Ann with her business plan proficiency, and the center will help thousands develop their international skill set.
But the project we like to focus on for this criteria is a business plan competition for high school students. What's so innovative about another business plan competition? Maybe the fact that we rolled it out in Costa Rica, Bulgaria, Kosovo, Bosnia, and the United States. What if I told you that we didn't just advertise the competition and hope for the best, but that we actually sent Graceland SIFE students this past January to work directly with the students and teachers?
Yes, we were in high schools around the globe educating high school students about the exciting possibilities of being an entrepreneur. We taught them the basic business concepts necessary to be successful in the competitive marketplace. Furthermore, we gave each of the student teams their own copy of a book titled The Young Entrepreneur's Guide to Starting and Running a Business.
We have been so impressed with how much each of these teams of high school students from across the globe have learned. They have been able to apply all these concepts into creative, feasible, and realistic business plans. What was their motivation? Winners from each of the countries received $100, and the overall global winner received $500 to start their businesses. This year, the winning plan was submitted by a team from Bulgaria. Please, ask us about the great ideas these high school teams submitted during the question and answer period.
Judging Criteria 3 challenges us to educate others about how to succeed as an entrepreneur and how to improve an existing business. We worked on 16 projects with many local, regional, and even international entrepreneurs to understand their passions, provide the necessary skills, and develop new and innovative ways to cultivate their businesses. For example, we helped one family start a new business called the Lamoni Redemption Center that now processes and helps collect over 30,000 bottles and cans per week.
We used to call the group working on this project the Small Business Consulting Team. Now, we no longer use the word small in the title. We continue to work with the smallest local businesses, but we have also played significant roles in 3 multi-million-dollar enterprises. They range from one of this year's new projects where we help an entrepreneur create a business plan for an exclusive resort property in Costa Rica to the project Casey will tell you about now.
Thanks, Guillermo. This is one of the most exciting products our team has ever been involved in. It's the development of a 30 million gallon biodiesel plant in southern Iowa. Almost 2 years ago, a member of the local farming community started investigating biodiesel as a unique opportunity for the area. As a full-time farmer, he did not have the time to thoroughly research the possibility and came to our team with the idea.
Graceful and SIFE and 2 members of our Business Advisory Board completed a pre-feasibility study that saved almost $20,000 over the cost to outsource. We also helped write 2 successful grants totaling $25,000. With these positive results, we were handpicked to assist in the creation of the business plan for the first ever SEC-approved biodiesel offering. An incredible $10 million has already been raised in just the first 3 months of the public offering, and we expect construction to begin later this fall.
What did we gain from this work? An ownership stake in the LLC called Southern Iowa Bioenergy, or SIFE for short. And it is no coincidence that the acronyms SIFE and SIFE look similar. Our early involvement led partners to choose a corporate name that recognized our contributions. The long-term economic benefit of the tax dollars that this plant will generate will bring extraordinary transformation to our town school and infrastructure. Please listen to what Dr. Bill Hagen, president of SIFE, had to say about our SIFE team.
They convinced us that it was feasible and profitable. This plant will provide 10% of the tax base for this town. We're indebted to the SIFE team for their energy and perseverance. It's going to transform this area.
Our commitment to biodiesel extends beyond the pump. Through a partnership with our science division, significant research has begun to find an alternative use for glycerin, a byproduct of biodiesel production. With the support of Grayson Chemistry faculty, SIFE members and our partners are conducting experiments to determine if, through a simple catalytic process, glycerin can be converted and then reused in the production of biodiesel. We are amazed at the breadth of talent on our team and how we've been lucky enough to stretch what people think is possible for SIFE business projects.
Criteria 4 asks how we assisted others as they develop the personal financial management skills necessary to achieve financial independence. 10 of our projects meet this important criterion, and many people are surprised that we're able to involve communications, pre-med, education, and computer science majors to help others build financial management skills. For example, in a brand new project, our health science team led by senior pre-medicine major Andy Barber participated in a large health fair and health seminar for graduate and pre-medicine students wanted to learn more about the challenges of financing medical school.
But we would also like to call your attention to our longest-running SIFE project, the Entrepreneurial Roundtable, an international conference that was established in 1989. To date, we've had over 3,000 people from more than 30 countries come together to understand the workings of the free market system, develop the necessary skills, network, and foster a creative and competitive spirit. Past speakers have included Olympic gold medalist Bruce Jenner, Kathy Bachman, board chair of Amnesty International USA, and Patrick Burns, CEO of Overstock.com.
We hosted the 2006 Roundtable on Thursday, April 20th. It was a fantastic seminar focused on educating participants about personal financial management. But how many times have you been to a seminar with a big-name speaker? Has it led to lasting significant change in your personal and professional life? I'm guessing many of you would say no. Sometimes these sessions are a nice break from the daily grind and temporarily motivating, but they do not necessarily lead to sustainable improvement.
So to achieve more significant results in meeting criteria 4, we provided the motivation and the teaching, but more importantly, the tools that enabled real change. How did we accomplish this? By giving each of our 250 attendees their own copy of Intuit's personal financial management software, Quicken. We measured our results through pre- and post-test and saw a 500% increase in the number of students willing to take control of their future by using personal financial management software. How many college students do you know who make and follow budgets, to say nothing of using Quicken to track their spending? I know my parents thought this had to be some kind of miracle.
Criteria 5 asks, how do we help people understand that the success of a market economy depends upon ethical business practices? It may take a lifetime to truly understand this issue, but we attacked it by developing projects that help to teach our peers and others social responsibility in the business world and their personal lives. We did this with 11 projects, and we'd like to tell you about just one of our extraordinary accomplishments.
With access to an usually large and cheap bandwidth, college students represent a significant potential audience for illegal movie and music downloads. For any of you who work in a company who has had copycat manufacturers steal your brand, theft of merchandise in your stores, or others using intellectual property, you can empathize with feelings of the artists and businesses who experience piracy of their products. To combat this problem, we have hosted ethics symposiums on our campus over the last 4 years, and last year we focused our attention on anti-piracy campaigns.
As often happens with our team, we think big and achieve big results through partnerships. So, intellectual property team leads Ben Swiddle, Lindsay Garrett, and advisory board member Michael Lewis, who happens to be vice president and general counsel for Warner Brothers Online, cooperated to build a nationwide contest. We developed a proposal for an anti-piracy public service announcement video contest and then pitched it to the Motion Picture Association of America and to SIFE USA headquarters. Both were enthusiastic about the opportunity, and the MPAA has even become a SIFE donor company.
We created paid-for mailed sample brochures and sample DVDs to approximately 750 U.S. SIFE teams. We then coordinated initial round judging and fielded questions from participating schools. In this, the MPAA's first year for this national campaign, the results have been incredible. 50 colleges and universities from across the country submitted videos, and the MPAA awarded $6,000 in prize money to the top 3 public service announcement winners.
Let's talk about the measurable results generated by this contest. These schools reported to the MPAA that they had a potential reach of over 14 million people. Let's be conservative and say that only 1/2 of 1% of these people were realistically reached and decided to take personal action against piracy. That means 70,000 people have made some change in their behavior. Through a collaborative effort of these great teams, our administration, the MPAA, and SIFE.
To take Curtis's numbers a step further, let's estimate that those individuals decide to download 1 less song per week and 2 less movies per month because of those campaigns. According to these conservative numbers, the MPAA and their partners just stopped $12 million in illegal commerce.
Hello, I'm Dan Glickman, Chairman and CEO of the Motion Picture Association of America. The leadership and efforts of the Graceland University SIFE team have helped us create and implement this competition, and we are excited to be able to continue it next year. Due to their diligence and hard work, more than 50 teams submitted entries with PSA exposure at local and national levels. We are so pleased to have partnered with Graceland University SIFE in this endeavor.
Criteria 6 asks what steps we have taken to ensure the long-term sustainability of our team and educational programs. While this is a new SIFE criteria, one of the reasons we have been so successful is that for 17 years we've been dedicated to ensuring sustainability in our team and in our projects.
Our years of experience and our focus on continuous quality improvement have resulted in something we call the GU SIFE Strategic Development Methodology. This model is made up of 4 components: recruiting and building great team members, maintaining lasting relationships, gathering resources, and creating and sustaining valuable partnerships.
To recruit and build great team members, we identified the most entrepreneurial and hardest working students on campus through faculty and student nominations. and then actively recruit those individuals. But we don't limit the team to only those recruits. Sometimes it's a student flying under the radar that just needs a chance to discover their passion. Some of our most engaged and hardest working students are those that always felt a bit out of sync in the classroom.
But we also build strong team members through authentic leadership experiences, as well as an orientation session for all SIFE students and a concentrated seminar for leaders on Microsoft Project software by one of our board members. We've now reached a tipping point where our core group of outstanding performers is so large that the organization can't help but be highly productive.
In the second part of our model, we work hard on maintaining lasting relationships. This is achieved through a biannual publication that goes to all former Grace and SIFE team members and our new webpage. How do we measure that we've done a good job of keeping these relationships alive? 4 of our GU SIFE alumni contacted us to initiate projects just this year. Alpaca Lana, Microsoft Project Training, a Kansas City Entrepreneurial Fair, and the Iowa portion of the business planning competition. Plus, one of our 2 Sam Walton Fellows is a GU SIFE alum.
Third, we attempt to gather financial resources that allow us to have a far greater impact than we would otherwise be able to achieve. Have we been successful? Donors and our advisory board members have established a SIFE scholarship, have donated $225,000 to endow our international project, and have given almost $1 million in other funds to the team and our projects. We have been good stewards, and those with financial resources view our team as a partnership to create good works in the world. But we don't just rely on the gifts of others. We have also built our own income streams through the biodiesel plant and our Fuel for Finals business.
Finally, we create sustained valuable partnerships. One needs only look at our success with the MPAA and Southern Iowa Bioenergy to see this. But what we haven't yet told you is that we are in contact with the Recording Industry Association of America to extend our anti-piracy contest to the music industry. We also have a written commitment from Overstock.com to establish a partnership with GU SIFE in which teams from around the world will be able to work with rural artisans to get their wares on the internet, with Overstock paying for the travel, training, and development costs. This project will be far-reaching in its effect. Yes, we are sustainable in our team and in our projects.
In summary, how effective, creative, innovative, and effective we were this year, we hope you agree that we had a number of outstanding projects that fit well with the guidelines of each of the judging criteria with which we created positive ripples of change around the world.
With regards to judging criteria number 1, helping others understand how a market-based economic system operates, our team had 11 projects, 6 of which were international in their scope. We were able to help those with an entrepreneurial spirit learn about global markets in ways from directly teaching 1,000 elementary students about the benefits of international trade to establishing a radio station with listeners in over 55 countries.
Judging criteria number 2 asks how well we helped others acquire the education and skills training needed to succeed in a dynamic and competitive global economy. Indeed, if it was an international high school business plan competition in which we worked directly with individuals in 4 countries, or teaching 6th graders about economics and then accompanying them to Exchange City in Des Moines, our initiative in this area has enabled us to directly and personally impact more than 7,150 individuals in this criteria alone.
Judging criteria number 3 asks how we help others succeed as an entrepreneur and or improve an existing business. The 30 entrepreneurs and entrepreneurial organizations we worked with this past year project that we will be involved in generating over $200 million in the next 5 years.
Judging criteria number 4 asks about working with others to develop the personal financial management skills necessary to achieve financial independence. From the 250 attendees at a roundtable to the stock market challenge and online quizzes with cash prizes, we have helped others start on the road to financial independence with 10 projects.
Judging criteria number 5 asks how well we address ethical business practices with 11 projects, including a Motion Picture Association of America joint venture and an ethics symposium in Des Moines, including 150 attendees. We believe the world is a more ethical and successful place because of Graceland SIFE team members. Judging criteria number 6 asks how successfully we developed and executed a strategy to ensure the long-term sustainability of our team and educational programs. Whether it's our continuous quality improvement process, our large numbers and diverse membership, or our ability to raise funds, the Graceland SIFE team will continue to make a difference for years to come.
Our team has tried to communicate to you the story of our success. But the real subject of our tale is much larger than a group of college students living in the heartland of the United States.
We find ourselves in a world troubled by the darkness of poverty, war, and prejudice. However, our efforts have created ripples of transformation in Central and South America, Europe, and the United States.
If it were just our team acting alone, the world would remain bleak and without hope.
Thankfully, in addition to the positive works of others, we are part of an ever-growing college movement called Students in Free Enterprise.
And those 1,800 teams are each creating their own ripples. They're helping others achieve their dreams and overcome their obstacles. Students in Free Enterprise, changing the world.
Changing the world.
Judges, you may now begin your question and answer period. How much stock do you keep for SIFE? First question. Second, did any one of the members invested in the SIFE program? And third, could you tell us about the Bulgarian projects?
The first question, can you clarify that real quick for me?
How many stock did you keep?
In the biodiesel plant?
Yes.
Okay. As part of our sweat equity, we were given a very small portion of the initial ownership. Of the initial investors, it was about 10%. But as, I guess, investors come and they begin to raise those funds, that will be diluted to a smaller percent, but it'll still be very nice. Actually, if you're interested, we have some investors in the crowd who have a very lucrative opportunity for you. And the second question, sorry.
Did any of the members of your group invested personally?
Being as we're college students, the minimum investment is $20,000, which I would love to say that I did. But unfortunately, I have to pay for tuition, and that kind of hurts. None of our students actually did, but we do have some family and parents, people related to the Graceland community.
My grandpa did. He's over there.
And Bulgaria.
And in answer to your question about the business plan competition, the winner was actually from a team in Bulgaria. And what they did was they submitted an event planning business where they planned birthday parties, children's events, lots of other celebrations. And the runners-up was a team from Coatesville, and what they submitted was a fashion magazine where they wanted to go all over Coatesville telling teenagers about what's trendy, what's the latest style in fashion. And we're just really excited about the enthusiasm that they put into their projects.
What are the criteria for selection for new SIFE team members?
We go to our faculty and we ask them to tell us what students they have in their classes that have the entrepreneurial spirit and are very motivated. And then we'll go on to our students and ask them if they have anyone that they will want to recruit and put in our team. And in the end, the students end up wanting to be in our team because we do have a lot of fun. And they see that we really are making a difference in people's lives in our community and in the world.
In your ethics program, you have a great program of the anti-piracy. But how do you leverage that into the individual projects which you do? How do you encourage business ethic in those projects itself?
For anti-piracy, we have done ethics symposiums for the last 4 years. This year's focus was the anti-piracy campaign because of our partnership with the MPAA and Warner Brothers. What we're looking for is to find different ways each year to come in with a different theme and figure out how can we reach out to our students. This year we're working on a project, and it'll meet mainly an ethics criteria, in which we will try to show others by having good ethics and keeping, I guess, a good environment, good business practices, and also efficient energy, you can actually be ethical as well as save money on energy costs. And that's one of the things we're looking at. This past year, our focus was just anti-piracy.
Can you tell us about something that hasn't worked out very well?
I'll take that one. Sorry. We have so many different answers. But I think probably the biggest thing that didn't work out so well for us that we're going to change this year was our business plan competition. It has been very successful in the past, but because of our geographic location, I mean, as we mentioned, we're from a very small town. There's about 2,000 people in our town. half of that is the university. We have a tough time being able to stay in close touch with these students. So what we're going to do this year is target the teachers and actually go in and teach the teachers about writing a business plan so they can work that into their curriculum, teach the students, and then submit those. It'll be a lot closer contact and much easier to manage.
Your time has expired. Judges, please join me in thanking the Coastal University SIFE team from the United States.